Hey Dom, it's just a quick video just to confirm basically what you were saying in the forum post. So we have this formula right here that finds the fine for a certain speed. And your question is, how do they come up with all this and what do these numbers represent? And it sounds like you have a really, really good idea. For instance, let's just plug in some things. So let's talk about going 55 miles an hour. So what is the significance of going 55? If I plug in 55 into this, I'll just show this work quickly. It'd be 8 times 55 minus 55 plus the 65. What you'll notice from this is that 55 minus 55 becomes 0, and so this term right here does not add anything. You get this fine of $65. So a couple of things that we get from that understanding just real quick is that this minus 55 is, as you're saying, this 55 is kind of this base. This is probably the speed limit in this situation. And then what this in parentheses is going to do is find out how much faster than 55 miles an hour you're going to be. 65 is this basically a base fee. This is saying, well, what you're going to start at is at $65 is going to be like the lowest charge, basically, and that would be going for 55 miles an hour right there for this example we just showed. I think it clarifies it. Let's plug in something like just 1 mile an hour over that. So if we go plug in a 56 into this function, we'll kind of figure out what the role of this 8 on the outside is. We get 56 minus 55 plus the 65. This becomes 8 times 1 plus 65. And this will give us a total of 8 plus, that's $73. So what happens, what is this 8 doing? Well, what's going on here, this 8 gets multiplied by the result of how much faster you're going than 55. What it's actually doing, what this means, again kind of holistically, and then I'll show you one more example, is the 65 is a starting amount. This stuff in the parentheses is going to calculate how much faster than 55 you're going, and then it's going to multiply that result by 8. What that means is this fee is for every mile an hour you're going over 55, you charge an extra $8 on the base of 65. Let's use another kind of a straightforward example. We'll just use something like, let's do 50, say 58 miles an hour. If you plug it into this, what happens? What's going to happen is, in the parentheses, we're going to get this 58 minus 55, which will give us a 3. So let's look at that. We get 8 times 3 plus 65. And again, we're always going to be adding on this 65. That's like the basis, like that's the lowest possible fee for speeding. The 8 times 3 is now you have your 3 miles an hour over 55 miles an hour. So you're getting 3 sets of this $8 per mile per hour charge, which ends up being 24. 24 is what gets added on to the 65 for $89 fine. So it sounds like basically from what you were saying in the post, your thoughts are absolutely correct. Each of these parts go like this. First of all, inside the parentheses here, what you're doing is find out how much over 55 you're going. This plus 65, which is like a y-intercept type thing, right? It's the starting amount, that is like this base amount. It's going to go up from there, but the lowest fee you're going to have is 65. The 8 represents the charge per mile an hour over, because you're going to multiply that 8 by however many miles over 55 you're getting.